Okay, hello everybody. Thank you for um, coming to my channel. This is the Ask GD channel. It's a crypto channel dedicated to helping you understand how crypto works, educating you, informing you, and raising more and more awareness about cryptocurrency, and also helping you see how you can benefit from the cryptocurrency industry. Um, in the spirit of the new year, I want to say Happy New Year again. This is a great year, and we're expecting that so many amazing things will happen this year. And in our education series, today we're going to be looking at a few things about cryptocurrency and how it all began. We're running an education series, and it's expected that we'll have a lot more videos up until we exhaust everything that we need to teach about cryptocurrency and all that we need to know, just to give us the basics as to how to navigate our ways through the waters of cryptocurrency. So let's start from the beginning. In early 2008, there was a world economic meltdown that in recent time has been the biggest the world has ever met. And there was turmoil everywhere. Economically, banks were closing down, and all sorts of things were happening at the same time. And the whole world economically was suffering. And it was in the midst of these that somebody, either a group of persons or someone that we've now come to know as Satoshi Nakamoto, created the blockchain and the first cryptocurrency called the Bitcoin. Now, Satoshi, as the white paper that was released, that led the whole world into being aware of, cryptocurrency and blockchain, you know, showed that the blockchain had been able to solve a problem that, for so many years, was still being people were still being speculative about. And what was this problem? How do you solve the problem of not doubling transactions for having to pass a digital currency online? So what it means is that, how do you authenticate that one, let's say we were looking at one Bitcoin, for instance. How do you authenticate that I've sent one Bitcoin from point A to point B and I still don't have my one Bitcoin with me? How do we authenticate that I have not just fabricated something online and sent to you? How do we authenticate that every transaction that is happening within the digital sphere is correct? And that was what he did with the blockchain. Now, he did it in such a way that every transaction has to be validated by an independent person that we call the miner. So, for every transaction that happens on the blockchain, all the different blocks will have to be aware. So, the information is recorded in all the blockchain. And that is why it is called the blockchain technology. And with this breakthrough, we saw adoption began to, happen gradually with the clandestine nature of cryptocurrency, that it doesn't require KYC, it doesn't require that the people who use it will have to expose their identity. One of the first people who began to use cryptocurrency was the men of the underworld, people who were in the deep web, who did not want their identities to be revealed, but they wanted to pay for services, and they also wanted, to carry out transactions. So, because of the adoption of the Bitcoin started gaining traction and started gaining value over time. And somewhere around 2013, in an 18-year-old boy, then he was 18, his name was Vitalik. He was already um, writing articles for different magazines that had to do with the Bitcoin. And he had, within this period, learnt about a lot about the Bitcoin, and he also learnt about the many challenges that the Bitcoin had. And he proposed a set of solutions to kind of like make the Bitcoin more accessible, easier, and more the blockchain more easier to write upon. He proposed a new programming language for the Bitcoin and a lot of other things. But somewhere around the end of 2013 and the beginning of 2014, during the Bitcoin conference in early January of that year, there was this explosion that happened because he was given the opportunity to speak in a conference. And after that conference, a lot more people became more interested in his idea, and he called it the Ethereum, you know, uh, blockchain. And that was how a lot of developers got on the project, bought his idea, and Ethereum was born in 2014. And you know, as we know it right now, most of the transactions in the crypto world is done on the Ethereum blockchain, even till now. And somewhere around 2017, someone we now know as CZ created Binance. And he created Binance on initially on the Ethereum blockchain, but later on, Binance was created to, become the native token. Later on, around 2018, Binance became the native token of its own blockchain, and that was how things began to progress from there. Today, now we're talking about non-fungible tokens, which is um, individual things having their own contracts, contract address, having their own unique identity on the blockchain, and having their own price. People can now turn almost anything into an NFT. And we're talking about Web.3, where we now have whole lands, whole complexes, and whole universe, or what we now call the metaverse, in the digital space that is also built on the blockchain. So there's a lot that could be said about how cryptocurrency has progressed, and I've just been able to itemize a few of them. So, in the next class, we'll be talking about how the cryptocurrency and blockchain technology is secured and why you should trust it. But in this one, I just hope I've been able to give you a little idea of how things have progressed over the years from 2008 when this all started. And if there's anything I'm missing, you could drop in the comment section. If there's any questions you have, you can always reach out to me. My contacts are always in the description. And I would also want to encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Like us, the algorithm likes that. We're seeing that we're a new channel. We need all the support that we can get right now. Comments, leave a heart, and leave a comment. We really love that. Thank you very much for sticking around. Have an amazing day.